Thanks, Tom. You know what really grinds my gears?
Paid cosmetics in pay-to-play games. What's up guys, today we will be taking a look at Hytale's financial model and some concerns I have surrounding it. Cough cough. Paid game with in-game purchases. So, as we all know, when the pre-orders arrive, which is about a week from now, there will be 3 tiers. Standard, Supporter, and Curse Breaker. Subtitle, Founder's Pack, whatever that means. One is $20, one is $35, and one is $70. And we still don't know what comes in each of them, but we suppose that the standard pack is just a base game, and this gives you like cosmetics and such. When Riot lost control of Hytale and it became its own thing again, it switched back from a free-to-play model to a pay-to-play model because of reasons, I guess. Mostly I think it's just, well, firstly they want, as they state here later, they want to recuperate the losses made from the game's development, and also they wanted to not have pay-to-win in the game. But then, a few days ago, the first FAQ came out, and this is what they had to share. There's a bunch of other shit in here, we don't care. What is in each game edition? While the content of the editions will soon be revealed, again we don't know yet, I can already share that we are planning to expand the content of each edition and the standard edition over time during the early access. Blah blah blah. And you can upgrade your edition later. So basically, they did not say anything about this. Like, I don't know, what is in each game edition? I don't know. And also, if I'm reading this right, there's FOMO. You will keep access to the game and these cosmetics even after the editions are not available anymore. So does this mean everything that you get from Supporter and Curse Breaker edition you won't be able to buy later? I'm not sure. Whatever. Can I gift Hytale to friends and family? We haven't implemented a gifting feature yet, but we're working hard to get it as soon as possible. I mean, the gifting feature is not that important. I mean, it is a cool thing, but in the end, like, if there isn't a feature like that, you can only just give them money so they can buy Hytale. And also, on the topic of this, there is something I would like to say that, in my personal opinion, if you are considering buying either a Supporter or Curse Breaker pack, I think it would be a much better way to spend money to instead buy multiple standard packs of Hytale and give them to others who may be unable to or don't want to spend money. Because if I said, oh, you shouldn't just buy the Curse Breaker or Supporter, you should buy the standard, because I don't think the cosmetics and whatever make up the 3.5 times the price needed for the Curse Breaker pack, people would say, oh yeah, but you support the devs by spending more money. Well, this way, when you buy multiple versions of standard, you would be spending the same amount of money and supporting the devs the same way, but more people would have access to Hytale. And I think access to Hytale is a lot more valuable than just some cosmetics or whatever. If it's just cosmetics. If it's more gameplay locked behind these tiers, then we have a bigger problem. Is there a pre-purchase bonus? No, because this is a very good point. They don't want to create FOMO because they still haven't shown us a lot of the game. They don't want to induce FOMO. However, these editions will only be available at the early access period. So, what the fuck? I'm a little confused about these two. Can someone explain? Also, regional pricing. Basically, if you don't know what regional pricing is, $20 is not the same for everyone. Someone in the US, okay, $20, and considering current inflation, is whatever. You buy coffee in Starbucks for $20. But for someone in the third world, $20 can go a long way. So effectively, you're not charging the same for everyone, even though it's the same amount of money. So it is a nice thing that they are trying to get it done, but it doesn't exist currently. We don't care. I mean, the good things, but not the topic of today's video. This is the topic of today's video. Will there be cosmetics you can purchase to support Hytale's development? At this time, you can get special avatar cosmetics through the early access editions. As we know, I think we know. Okay, never mind, we don't know. We think you cannot, like in Minecraft, make custom skins by the pixel. Hytale will have a specific amount of like cosmetics, like shirts, hats, whatever, and you can choose from those. No custom shit. I mean, you can always mod it in your own like worlds, which I think you should do, but for servers and everything, you cannot. No completely custom skins, which I think is not a good thing. I mean, obviously player choice, blah blah blah. We may offer extra cosmetics later once the game is in a better state or when we introduce minigames. One thing is for sure, when it comes to monetization, we will never add pay-to-win options. That's good. Official cosmetics will stay fair and balanced, blah blah blah. If they stay true to the quote-unquote promise they just made, this mitigates the problem severely. It's a much smaller reason to get worked up over. This approach helps keep the base price low, grow the community, and cover long-term costs like updates, live services, and minigame infrastructure. Alright, now we come to my main point. All of this, base price low, grow the community, and cover long-term costs like updates. It comes to basically a fork in the road I have. I want Hytale to either be free to play, but have as many cosmetics as they can, just stuff it in there. You know, because if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it, as long as it's not pay to win. It will also obviously make the base price low. It will make it zero. It will grow the community because there is a significant, like even between a free game and a game that costs $1, there are many times more people who will try the free game over the game that costs just $1. However, the profits out of the gate will be significantly smaller because, well, all the people who will play Hytale, regardless of whether it's paid or not, will buy it anyway. I think if they make it even like $70 for just the standard pack, a lot of people will buy it. So that brings us to a dilemma, basically. However, what does bother me a little, what you could say
grinds my gears,
is being paid to play and then having to pay for cosmetics because you can't have a fully customizable avatar. You get to pay $20 just so you will get the chance to pay them more. Sure, Hytale is not nearly the greediest game on the planet, of course. Just the fact that the base thing is $20 is already great, but I think it can be better. I think whether they choose to go the free-to-play but a lot of in-game purchases route, or the pay-to-play, but if I pay to play, I want the full game, you know? That being said, modders can still create visual mods such as furniture, blah, 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 as these aren't official content of the game. Any player who wants these cosmetics needs to have the mod installed. We would like to prevent mods from overwriting our official cosmetics and causing confusion for all players. Confusion for all players, they mean they don't want it to cut into their profits. If someone finds a way to mod it so you can have custom cosmetics in public servers, please do it, bro. Like, I will pay you just so I don't have to pay this. Third-party servers are allowed to override cosmetics to match their theme or to sell their own cosmetics for their server only to cover their costs. However, we expect servers to continue supporting the official cosmetics as this helps us keep blah blah blah. Tools, assets, updates. Yeah. In the future, we may also work directly with the artists who do well, sell their work in the future. This is a long-term goal, blah blah blah. Our focus is on making a good game and supporting it. Well, custom third-party servers can also sell their stuff. You know what that means. I just can't wait for the majority of servers on Hytale to have a crate-based system, just like they do on Minecraft, where the Minecraft team stated repeatedly, oh, gambling is against our terms of service or whatever, but the servers are still up, aren't they? Which, I mean, it's also a tricky thing to decide whether you should allow monetization in third-party servers, especially when they use predatory techniques like price fixing, imaginary discounts, gambling. Although I wouldn't be caught dead criticizing gambling. Blah blah blah, this is not important. We are taking 0% for the first 2 years. Once to monetize their work, that doesn't mean there are no costs at all. Okay, so basically they could take if they want to, and they will afterwards. What happens after 2 years? Our percentage cut won't ever exceed 20%, which 20%, I think it's right on the line of a significant cut and, a little bit, 1/5, for every, if things go our way, we will never even reach the 20%, though, okay, if things go your way, I think just for conservative measures, we should estimate 20%. So that means every $100 your server makes, they take 20. I mean, Steam takes 30%, so I think this is pretty standard, if not below standard. Can I support my favorite content creator? If they participate in our creator program, you can use their code at checkout. Basically, the same thing that Clash Royale does. When you buy gems or something in the store in Clash Royale, you can type in a name of a content creator and a percentage we will see later will go to them. If they make me a creator, support me, guys. I need the money on. Who can participate in the creator program? Anyone who regularly creates can sign up. Blah blah blah. Ooh. Guys, you think if Simon Hytale sees my videos, he will let me be a part of the creator program and won't just blacklist my name? Comment if you think they'll let me into the creator program. Honest answers only. How much do I get? 5% initially until we recoup the cost of the game's development. Afterwards, 7%. Okay, Clash Royale is similar. They are also 5%, so also pretty standard figure it looks like. So yeah, that's basically it. We have analyzed, I think, most of the financial aspect of it. And to answer the final question, is Hytale greedy? So, in conclusion, is Hytale greedy? Well, we have looked at the financial model in quite some detail, and I think I can say that it's up to you. However, in my opinion, I think they're just about getting close to the line where I would call them kind of greedy. They do make a lot of promises here. 5% initially raised to 7% for the creator code. Where is it? The percentage cut won't ever exceed 20%. If they keep those promises, I think they won't fall into my personal category of greedy, but they aren't far from it either. And yeah, that's basically it. Spread the news. Hytale historian wants to become a creator. That's everything. Like and subscribe for more professional economic analysis, and goodbye.